Hey guys, Old Guy Gaming here, back again with another MTG Arena video, and tonight we're going to be doing Black-White Vampires, one of my favorite tribes in Magic the Gathering. Now, this goes back to my love of the old school, way back in the Unlimited days. The very first thing I ever bought in Magic, I think you guys may have heard the story already, was a starter deck of Unlimited and a couple of booster packs from there, and in amongst those cards was the old Gene Simmons style artwork Sangir Vampire, and I have loved them ever since. It's one of the first decks I ever built, and continue to have a fondness for the vampire kin in Magic. Now, of course, when the Ixalan block came out and they really focused in on four tribes, merfolk, vampires, dinosaurs, and pirates, vampires got a lot of good cards, a lot of good things to make them a relatively stable, viable deck to play in an archetype. So let's go ahead and take a look. Now, they've added some cards over the sets to make the set even better. So of course we're going to start off with 2 Legion landings. I could probably bump this up to 4, but there's so many good vampires I want to squeeze in. This one's a pretty much stock staple, but if you haven't seen it before, it is an enchantment that creates a 1/1 vampire, and then whenever you attack with 3 or more creatures, it flips over to Adanto the First Fort, which allows you to create more life-linking vampires, which is what we want. Vicious Conquistador, fantastic card. I've loved this card for quite some time. I'm going to be really sad to see it go whenever the Ixalan block rotates out, but it is a 1/2 for 1 mana, which in and of itself makes it really good. And then whenever it attacks, it does 1 damage to the player. So that's damage that is irregardless of combat damage. So for example, if you have someone that's running a fog deck or something like that, that prevents all combat damage, that's not combat damage, that is direct damage. Adanto Vanguard, again, this came out in Ixalan. Really surprised how it's really kind of tuned on it. If you're running a white deck, this is a card that's probably in your repertoire of the 1/1 for 1 mana and 1 colorless, and as long as it is attacking, gets +2/+0 until end of turn, and you can pay 4 life to give it indestructible until end of turn. So this card, with all the life gaining you're going to have in this deck, you're going to be paying that more often than not, and it's just a super strong, viable vampire. I have 2 cast-downs in there to kind of deal with early game troubles, big creatures that your vampires can't quite handle. Let's get them off the board with a good old cast-down. Dusk Legion Zealot is the only way for card draw in this deck. I really am considering some other options to get some more card draw in here. But when he's a 1/1, and when he comes into play, he does 1 damage to you, and you get to draw a card. And he's a vampire. Legion Lieutenant, fantastic card. Ixalan block had a whole bunch of these uncommon Anthem effects that came out of them, Legion Lieutenant being one of them. All their vampires get +1/+1. Queen's Commission creates 2 1/1 vampire creatures. Again, this is going to help your deck get wide really quick, if possible. The Skymarch Bloodletter, like this card, I know this has been reprinted a few times, so it's such a great card. When it comes into play, it does 1 damage to your opponent, and you gain 1 life off of that. But it is a flying creature. It gives you a little bit of evasion in the deck, which if you're going up against other decks that are of similar ilk, being tribe like this, it gives you the option to get up there in the air and be able to get some damage through. Mortify, one of the Ravnica Allegiance staples at this juncture, allows you to target creatures and enchantments and get them off the board. I really like where Wizards is going with these cards that have modal modes. Like, they can go this or this and do this. I like that. I like the fact for 3 mana I can either kill a creature or an enchantment that's kind of obstructing me. I like that. This is normally where I would have fit in like a murder or something like that, but this kind of is a catch-all and handles quite a few things. Sanctum Seeker is one of the heavy hitters of the game and one of your win conditions. Whenever a vampire you control attacks, each opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. So he himself doesn't have to go in, but all of those tokens that you're generating can, and you can still be getting damage even if it's not combat damage, it's directly damaging you, and you're gaining life off the process. Fantastic card. There's another card here, which we'll see in a moment, that kind of helps in with that one. Call of the Feast, it's the Queen's Commission upgraded. It creates 3 tokens instead of 2, vampires with lifelink, and then the Epicure of Blood, which is a 4/4. Whenever you gain life, your opponent loses life. So you have a whole bunch of vampires in here that have lifelink to start, so you're gaining life, and then they're losing life. Fantastic swing. And then the Vampire Sovereign is the big brother to the Skymarch Bloodletter, 3/4, and whenever it comes into play, it does 3 damage, and you gain 3 life. Sorry, I tried to hit the mute button for that one, but anyway. So the mana base, relatively simple. 6 plains, 6 swamps, 3 Godless Shrines. You probably want this to 4. 2 Isolated Chapels. You probably want this to 4. And then you get to run more Unclaimed Territories and just call vampires whenever it comes into play. So let's go ahead and get some games in and play with some vampires. Sure, we'll save those changes. Oh, the next deck, the next video. Oh boy, is that deck fun. We'll get there. always when I'm on camera does my throat decide to say, hey, you want to start coughing while you're recording a game. Do like what I have here. I am going to keep this. I'm going to do all the YouTuber things here real quick as well. If you like what you're seeing and you enjoy what you're watching, hit that like button, subscribe. That would always be helpful to the channel. And then there is, of course, a Patreon as well. That is patreon.com/oldguygamingmtga. So enough of that. Ooh, potentially a vampire on vampire deck. This could be fun. Let's go for the card draw first. Let's see what he's got. Oh, I got all the vampires. This very well could be. And I was leaving room. That's another good one I was debating putting in. I'm totally okay killing that, because it will allow him to not flip Legion's Landing. Let's go with the Adanto. Yeah, I like the Ascend on this, but really it's it's kind of the anti Vicious Conquistador. Yeah, maybe I should consider that one. Alright, one more mana and we were going to be sitting really pretty. Dawn of Hope. See, I debated doing Dawn of Hope, however, it only creates soldiers and not vampires, which is the reason why I did not go that route. One more mana. Sitting pretty. So let's go with the old Legion Lieutenant. Let's cast on his Vanguard and hit him for 4. The Skymarch Aspirant. Good card. I might have to toss those in. Sanctum Seeker. I see you have one as well. We'll call that for Vampire. And I will cast my Sanctum Seeker. I am going to go ahead and swing with the Vanguard and see if he takes the option, because I assume he's not going to block with the Sanctum Seeker. Might as well squeeze that damage in when we can. And next turn we'll be getting the Epicure of Blood out. It's a complete mirror match. That's amazing. We're just going to go blow for blow. We're going to do the same thing. Blow for blow. And he's just going to let it ride. That's amazing. We're literally playing black-white vampires on black-white vampires. I love it. Skymarch Bloodletter, good card. I may have talked about that earlier. Sure. Sure. Love that they put Resolve All in here. Have I mentioned that enough? Oh, love that. That does give him the card draw, though. So if that's only the reason why he has the Dawn of Hope is for the card draw, I can totally see that. And we'll do another Adanto. He is going to have to do something about this. I assume he's going to block with the Skymarch, which I will indeed pay to get that off the board. Next turn, though, it's not going to matter. Yeah, I don't like that one. I see where he's going with that one, but I do not care for that card. Oh, the Legion Lieutenant. Cool. I was going to say, my guess is going to be that he is not going to drop anything. And 1 little, 2 little, 3 little, 4 little, 5 little Indians, and that should be the game. Well, that was a good, nice little change. Some vampire on vampire deck action. Love it. I have to say, I liked everything about his deck. Absolutely. So, ooh, interesting. Oh, I was going to say, I probably have a ton of these, just never use it. Let's go in for some more vampire action. I am curious as to what your favorite tribes are in MTG Arena. Or in Magic in Together. It doesn't have to be necessarily an arena. I did have a suggestion from one of the viewers who, unfortunately your name escapes me, but I will mention it in the upcoming video, to do Goblins, and oh man am I having fun with that deck. It's not top tier by any stretch of the imagination, but holy cow is it fun to play. Just a whole bunch of Goblin counters out there just doing damage. It's really a ton of fun. And whenever I'm not on board, I'll go back and play my Dinosaurs, because Dinosaurs is cool. X1010. I wonder if he's a software developer. I have my concerns. Okay. Would much rather have had a few more one drops, but this will work. Let that go into play tap and say hello. I'm always iffy about putting a Legion Lieutenant down without another vampire to kind of back it. Because he is the only one that does not benefit from his own ability. I guess it is sort of a thing with Lords. Ooh. Is this good old-fashioned Golgari Delve? That could be fun. Nothing to Mortify yet, but it's good to have that in the bank. Let's go ahead and hit him with this. I'm going to say, I'm assuming he is going to kill that. Because he wants the trigger to fire off all that stuff into his graveyard. Would really like to see another vampire that isn't a high casting cost vampire. Glowspore Shaman, cool. Just keeps dumping all that stuff into his graveyard. She might be worth a cast down, just to make sure the vampires get through. Queen's Commission, or yeah, I'm gonna cast her down. I'll save that for next time. Go on through with the damage. Now, normally these Golgari decks, they're really trying to get... And I thought I saw him in there. They're trying to dig out... Oh, Journey's End. So, the question becomes, do you mortify... I think you mortify Journey's End. That's what I think you do. So that he doesn't get the ability to be able to pull stuff out of his graveyard. And that's why I love these modal cards, that I can do whatever I want. I'm not necessarily worried about the 1/1. I'm really worried about that flipping. He's going to Assassin's Trophy? Okay. I'll take a swamp. Vraska. Vraska could be a problem. He could -3 her to kill the Legion's Lieutenant. I could see that. Interesting choice. So let's flood the board with vampires, shall we? It's fine by me. Mulder home. That's going to go away next turn. So that's got to go. I'll put another Vanguard out. She's at -10. I've got some time. Not a ton of time, but I have time. Pulled up a blank on the Explorer.
Take no prisoners.
Yeah, taking out the Legion Lieutenants is going to be a little painful. So we shall go Vampire. Gonna make him put something in front of it. Works for me. More creatures off the board. Yeah, he's just going to sit back and keep all of these menace creatures. I need to get her off the board next turn. So everything's going to go in. It's going to be a risk, but everything's going to go in. I recognize I'm going to lose the Epicure of Blood most likely, but I need to get her. I can't let her do what she's going to do. Sure. Yep. The upside is there is no upside. She's just going to keep getting it. She's got one. She's going to do it next turn. What a way to lose a game. Relic Seeker is a way to win. She's a win condition all her own. Now the interesting part is he has to block this. Otherwise he doesn't get his little thing off, which means he's going to lose 2 of these. And I'm okay spending life to keep these alive. No, he's still going to beat me. He's still going to beat me with Vraska's ult. Ugh. Oh, that's so frustrating. Good card. Good card. This is one of those ones that was the Planeswalker deck specials, and no one really... I think that was a Planeswalker deck. She's 6 casting costs, and that's usually the ones that they do, and it's amazing because normally they anticipate those not doing very well, like not being super powerful. That's why they make them 6 casting costs, but... Alright, good card, Vraska. I'll bow to your superior... Planeswalker's ability. Let's see if you survive in the next set, shall we? Has anyone else been paying attention to War of the Sparks spoilers? Wizards of the Coast released an article today or yesterday, depending on when... Well, not that it's going to matter, depending on when you watch this, because you're not going to see it until next week anyway. But showing all 36 artworks for the Planeswalkers are going to be in, and that every booster pack is going to have a Planeswalker, meaning that we might see Planeswalkers at unlimited or uncommon and uncommon rarities, which should be interesting. I'm not sure how I feel about that story-wise with powering down, because you'd have to. If you had super powerful Planeswalkers at uncommon, the whole set would be broken. Standard would be broken with all of these Planeswalkers come into play. I'm a little concerned. Not a lot. I'm a little concerned with what that means for the game. It could be handled well. It could do well. They could come up with some sort of rule that says you're only allowed to have 4 Planeswalkers in play. Like that's one of the big concerns that I have, is just everything's going to become super friends, and there's going to be 7 Planeswalkers on the board. Oh, Wall of Mist. Oh, we're looking at the... we'll go Vampire. I still do damage whether I block you or not. I wonder if this is the Arcades deck. This will be interesting. Which means I'm going to hold off for Arcades, by the way. Or the enchantment that does basically his same ability. He was willing to pay for the land, for the breeding pool. What's he got? Yeah, this is going to be that deck. So Arcades is the one that really is the pain in this deck. And then there's, I believe, an enchantment that does his same ability. Which I'm going to hold Mortify for. Sure. The upside, of course, is I have flyers. And flyers can get through. And this is all direct damage. Not much you can do about that. And then, oh, sure. I'm doing it just for the 1 damage it's going to get through. So since I'm going to have a whole bunch of oh-nothing walls, these vampires might be my next play. I'd like to get the Sanctum Seeker out to really start punishing him. And just hold that Mortify for Arcades or the enchantment. Because all of this is damage that I don't need to... Yep, there he is. There he is, Mr. Arcades himself. We will do Vampire. We will tap you for colorless. Oh no, I don't have any white mana. Oh no. Oh no, this whole time I thought I was safe. But I am not safe. That is going to be a problem. Arcades needs to go away. Is that only on his turn? Yeah, no, I'm going to take that this turn. Each creature you control with Defender assigns combat damage equal to its toughness rather than its power and can attack even though it doesn't have Defender. Nice. Tower defense. Good call. And dive down. Alright. Lovely. If I'd have had 1 white mana, Arcades would have been dead and that whole combo would have been broken. I feel really not happy with that result. I'm not. 1 more white mana. 1 white mana would have killed Arcades and then his whole little toys would have been broken. But well played, sir. Well played. It's a good deck. It's fun. It's enjoyable. It's interesting. Probably should have blocked those. Probably should have blocked those. Legion Lieutenant. Again, I'm in the same scenario where you hit double Legion Lieutenant. I will keep. At least I have white mana to actually play with. That's kind of the downside, I guess, to those Unclaimed Territories. Is it... Ooh. Mono red. This will be fun. So in that case, I'm going to do that and just say hello. Now every time you see a Gitu Lava Runner does not necessarily... Yeah, see this is going to be... I was going to say, doesn't mean it's mono red, and obviously it's not. This looks like it's going to be a Wizards deck. And I can handle Wizards. Wizards is fun. We'll pay 2 life. Which one don't I like? I'll just put this down. I was debating if I was going to cast down, but I have a feeling like some of his other wizards are going to get bigger. Nope. I'm going to wait 1 more turn. No, I'll hold for the moment. Probably going to do Call of the Feast next. No. He's got something to pump it up. I'd rather feed the lifelinkers to it. Entrancing Melody. Lovely. I'm going to do that so that I can do that. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay. You can die. Drop the land. Need to get some life gain here. I mean, I can clear his whole board state out almost entirely. Lovely. What's the right answer here? I think the right answer is Legion Lieutenant's Legion's Landing. And then casting down his Gitu. This is a tough one. If he's got a Lightning Strike or a Shock, I'm basically just dead. And then mortifying that. So I am going to block that with that and block that with that. Gain the life, kill his. Works for me. We're going to mortify that. We're going to cast that. Start hitting him in the face. He has something to bounce that back to my hand I'm going to lose, but at least it's only 1 damage. Would really love to be able to flip this. Because then I can just start building them out. Yeah, it might be worth it. He's thinking. Come on, you know you want to take it. He's gonna block. Okay. He's got a shock. Shivan's fire. Same difference. Drake, where did that come from? Oh, that's gonna do me in right here unless I pull. You do not fly, good sir. It's not going to be enough. It's not going to be enough. I spent so much of my removal. Oh, come on. Spent so much of my removal trying to kill everything else on his board. Didn't realize he was going to have a Drake. Well played, my friend. Yeah, he had the upper hand on me early on that one. All right, we'll play one more and we'll call it a day with vampires. I also have an appointment to get to here in the next 20 minutes or so. So, it's a perfect place to stop. Vladimir, put in. Okay. Good to you, sir. Only 2 mana, a little concerning about that, but I just need 1 in the next couple of turns. I think I'm going to keep this. You gotta figure I'm gonna pull 1 mana at some point in time. So there's turn 1, there's turn 2, turn 3, turn 3. Hopefully we get the Epicure of Blood out. Let's see how it goes. Sure. Perfect 1-drop. Get the Vicious Conquistador out there, and all of a sudden we're flipping that over and making creatures. There's the land we wanted. Vicious Conquistador. No, we're going to hold. I really want to flip Legion's Landing over. Drop that so that we guarantee to get enough. He's got a Chain Warlord, that's gonna suck. Twilight Prophet. Interesting. Almost put that in this, really. So let's drop the Legion Lieutenant. Let's go and flip see what he's got. I assume he's going to block, but like I'm really doing that to flip the card. Epicure of Blood. Reassembling Skeletons. Love that card. Love that card. Reminds me of the old Drudge Skeleton. Don't you look at my cards. Boo. Boo to you, sir. As far as I'm the only... That Twilight Prophet's the only thing keeping him alive at this point. Yep, totally understand. Reassembling Skeleton. Again, love that card. Haha. So, it begins. Fine. I don't have to spend any life. That's good. Good. You gonna get in the upper hand? Oh no, he's got a murder. He's gonna murder my lieutenant. Yep. Definitely changes the state of the game. I assume he's not going to attack, though, because he's not going to have anything to block with. He keeps telling me I can do that, but I can't. Good old Epicure of Blood. And I will wait one more turn. Because every card in my hand actually... Ooh, Demanding Dragon. Which one will you take? You can probably have the Vicious Conquistador. Interesting choice for this deck. It's like a random... Aw, he's gonna drill bit me? It's such a weird random collection of cards. You still have the mana for the... Demanding Dragon. I assume that's coming down? Yep. Sacrifice a creature if you decline. I'll decline. I'll take the 5. I'm fine with that. Because I will cast down your dragon, sir. And swing in here, swing in here, swing in here, swing in here. Swing in here to do the damage. Works for me. Works for me. We'll have to spend that. Twilight Prophet's going to be an issue. I need that to go away. Murder! More murder! It's that toughness 4. That's what really makes it difficult to deal with. Vampire. I'm just going to start creating vampire tokens then. Because I have a mana sink to put into it. Nope. I'll put a stop at the end of his turn. It's the fact that he's going to be gaining life off of this. It's really... He's losing life off that. That's right. Sure. Demonic Catastrophe. Love that card. Why is there always a bigger threat than the Twilight Prophet? How to play this out? I'm gonna wait one more turn. It's an interesting board state, it really is. Because he can swing in with that 6 if he wants, and then he's opening himself wide open for everything else that's coming through. And then every time she comes in, he's gaining life. I need to really handle that. Bring back Reassembling Skeletons, sure. My suspicion is he's not going to attack with it, though. He should. Come on. Top card of his library was a mountain. Did not help him. More diagraph rules. Alright, he's starting to get a little wide. A little concerning. Sure, he's bringing in all the tapped creatures. I don't know that I would have done that. Please, oh please, give me something I can use. Do it one more time. That's a lot of damage. Got 8 life coming back. Doing 6, 7, 8, 9. See, I didn't think I could do that. Oh, he's got enough to kill me in the air. Did not catch it. Should have kept the Skymarch Black back. That was my fault. Oh, well. Yeah, Twilight Prophet definitely went on the game for that one. Might have to consider that for this deck. But in the end, he is going to beat me in the air. And I have someplace I have to be soon. Whoa. Interesting. He does realize he's got the game won, right? Yeah, I could see her in that as well. He really just gave me that game. He really just gave me the game. I don't... How's he have? 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But I'm not going to attack with you. That was silly. He should be winning this game. Actually, no. I'm going to keep some blockers back. All of his creatures that he would have been able to attack me with next turn is going to die. Pay the 4 life. Got lucky with his draw. More diagraph tools. He should be winning this game. He had the game won before. He does realize he's just giving me 2 life a turn by attacking me like that, right? I get what he's going for. He's pulling all of his creatures out. He's going to pull the Demanding Dragon. Love the artwork. He can have that one. Queen's Commission would be really nice right around now. Mortify. Oh, which one do I take down? Oh. Both of these are just as bad. I'd really like to kill the Twilight Prophet, but if I do that, I'm going to die. Yeah, no, I think I do. I recognize this looks like a bad... I need to kill the Twilight Prophet. I need to get his card draw and his life gain off. And he can swing in with quite a bit. I mean, I can randomly generate a vampire to keep me alive. Rakdos the Showstopper. Holy cow. Well, this has gotten way out of hand. Interesting. Kept me with a little, just enough to keep me alive. But of course he doesn't care because he's just going to bring it back. Really fascinating deck. I think I'm pretty much screwed on this one. So I'm going to block here. Try to block as much damage as possible. Yeah, that's going to be it. Really wish I could have done better. But unfortunately... Interesting deck. Built completely around the idea of sacrificing your own creatures, bringing things into play off of that. Really cool idea. I'm going to have to watch this back. Macabre. Sure. Sure, why not? Oh, the insult to injury. He's going to kill me with my own creature. Alright, Vladimir Putin, I believe you feel very Russian to me from this American standpoint. Good game, my friend. Interesting deck. Really cool. So, do hope you enjoyed the video. Like, subscribe. Let me know how you would build your vampire deck. And let me know your favorite tribe. If there isn't a tribe I haven't done yet, or I'm going to do in the next couple of videos, let me know. I'll see if I can put one together. I know I've requested to do a pirate deck, and it requires a whole bunch of rares to really make a pirate deck work. So, I'm building up wild cards to be able to get to there. So aside from pirates, if there's another tribal deck that you'd like to see, let me know. I'll give it a try. There is a Patreon as well, which is patreon.com/oldguygamingmtga. And until next video, guys, we shall see you in the arena. This video was brought to you in no small part by our patrons. If you would like to help out the channel, go to www.patreon.com/oldguygamingmtga. And thank you